Mr. Bowen here for Kindergarten All-Stars, and I'm here to give you a tour of my classroom. So we'll start out over here. This is the door. It's kind of bare right now, but I have some things that I still want to post and display up on it. We'll just show everything as we walk in from the door. We'll start out right here. And I'll just kind of give you a quick overview of what everything looks like. Here's a wide look at my classroom, and there's a lot to cover, but I will try to do it and do it as detailed but not make it too long so I don't bore you to death. So we'll start out right here. This is our behavior management piece. You can go, the students can move up and they can move down. I know that there's a big debate on whether you should use this behavior management board, but I still like to use it, and I think it's just a way for teachers to kind of look and see, are they doing more positive interactions to negative interactions? And the only time that I usually have students move their names down, move their clips down, is if it's one of those non-negotiables, they're not being safe, or they are bullying or using unkind words. I try not to use it for if they're just off task and they're not paying attention. And it's one of those things where we try to move up, and if they have a bad morning or the start of the day is just not that great, they can still move up. They can come back. So even if they're down here, they can turn it around and even make it up as high as they possibly can. And it's just a way for not only for the students to try and just get those positive interactions, but it's a way for me to kind of check and see how I am interacting with the students. Over here by the door, the first thing that students will see when they come in is the check-in board, where there are popsicle sticks right here. There is a popsicle stick for cold lunch and a popsicle stick for hot lunch, and they just pick which one they want and they put it in their name, and it's a way for me to see who is here. It's a quick and easy way for me to check attendance. Over here is their sticker charts. If they are on a good color, a green or higher, they get one sticker. If they manage to make it to the top, which is superstar, they get 2 stickers. And when they fill up their sticker chart, they get a prize from the prize shelf. Over here is my information board, happy birthday poster, which I still need to do, our Soaring Eagle Student of the Month display, voice levels, rules. This is their mailboxes for when we send stuff home. Or here's our schedule. And starting right here is our block center. In my block center, I have lots of different academic puzzles, alphabet puzzles, opposites, numbers, and picture match. Have some Legos, Lincoln Logs, and some math pattern blocks in they're big pattern blocks. It's like the ones that you use in the math manipulatives, but they can build using these. They're a lot of fun, and my students last year really loved them. I think that the students again this year will love them as well. And something new that I didn't use last year, but I'm going to try and use this year, is these little foam mats that students can, it's very tactile. They can, they've got these bumps that they can feel, and they just mix and match and try to put the letters into the right spot. And it's just a way for students to learn their letters, and it's really fun. So I'm going to try it this year and see how it goes. Also in my blocks center is my literacy center, which has whiteboards, letter stamps, magnetic letters, and such. Over here is some storage for materials such as pencils, glue, and all that. This is my art center, which is a, sorry about that, which is a new, I bought this easel this year at a garage sale, and it was quite a find. I am so excited to have this. On one side, it's a whiteboard. They can paint. They can put paint. We can put paint in there, and they can paint, or they can just use dry erase markers to draw on the whiteboard. On the other side, it's a chalkboard where they can draw in chalk, or they can use a clip and hold up a piece of paper, and they can color using markers or colored pencils and all that fun stuff. Turning over this way is my small group guided reading table with some thinking maps to help teach comprehension. Over here is my workshop area where the students grab tubs for literacy workshop centers. They do one center a day, and then it rotates throughout the week. If they finish, there will be extra materials here for them to use if they are done with their center. And this is just a neat little way to display what they are doing for that day. Over here's my computer center and jobs board. I have quite a few different jobs that the students can do. Usually they do their jobs during free choice centers. For example, pencil sharpener. The students can sharpen the pencils during free choice time. Custodian, they wipe down the tables during free choice centers is usually at the end of the day, so they can wipe down the tables. And postal worker also hands out things and puts them in the students' mailboxes, and they do that at the end of the day. Over here is just some postings of the 5 senses, shapes, and I am missing the circle. It must have fell down again, so I'll have to put that back up. Over here is 2 things. Is my library reading center, and I'll go over that in just a second, but here's my safe place where we use conscious discipline here at Mountain View. And the safe place is a way for students who are just having a very, they're just feeling not so good. They're sad, or they're just frustrated, and it's keeping them from learning. They can come over here and they can just do some different breathing strategies to help them calm down. There's the star, pretzel, drain, and balloon, and it's explained over here in this little display. And over here, they can get some cards and tell how they're feeling, and they can then choose a strategy to help them feel better. What do they need to feel better? Do they need the calm down kit? Do they need to just do some breathing exercises? Do they need Play-Doh? The calm down kit is right here. Sorry, I know I'm jumping around a little bit, but the calm down kit is here, and it has lots of different things. This is foam that never dries out, and it's just amazing. You can even pull it apart. It's kind of hard for me to do. I only have one hand, but you can see how it's really fun, and I am obsessed with it. I even find myself, just when I'm feeling fidgety, I will, grab a color and start, smashing it and smushing it. So here's the calm down kit, and there's lots of different things in there. Sensory bottle, where shake it up and see the glitter move around, and they can look at it, and it's just very calming and very soothing to watch it. And here's another one with the glitter glue that I put in there. And I have another sensory bottle that I need to make yet, which it has those there's some beads that they expand in water, and I'm gonna put one of those in there as well. So they come over here, and it's just a way to help them, calm down and get back into a state of where they can feel safe and ready to learn. So over here is my library, and I love my library. It is way better than it was last year. We've got some puppets over here. We have a nice new carpet, and the seats that I showed you in my classroom management section of the website. You can get some milk crates and a cushion. Just if the cushion has string or ribbon already hanging off of it, you can just tie it to the end, or you can sew on some string yourself. And it's just a cheap and easy way to make seats for your library. In my library, they're of course sorted by theme. And on the tub, I'm trying not to make you too dizzy and sick here, but there's stickers that match each theme, and the books inside the tubs match that sticker, and students know, that helps the students know where to put the books back, and it just makes it very easy for students to self-manage this. Up here are my leveled readers, where they can go and they know which level they're on, and they pick for Drop Everything and Read some books to read. And also there's some vocabulary readers with science topics in them, as well as word family readers, which is more of the decodable books for students to read. If you notice here on the shelf, my wife is amazing, and she did Mod Podge. She took a bunch of old books that were no good, and you know, you can see here there's green eggs and ham that she used. She glued it all on and then put this I'm not sure what it is, Mod Podge, but it like kind of protects it and keeps it from being tore off and getting messed up. So we just got a collage of different books. You've got Clifford on the second shelf, and just a random assortment on the third shelf. So that is my library, one of my favorite parts of my room this year. Looking over here, the student tables for when they do their work. Coming around here is my word wall. The science center, which I'll show you in just a second. Here is my writing center. And my writing center, one of my favorite things about this bookshelf is that it is chalk paint. So right here, I'm going to use some chalk marker and make a little message, and maybe give the students, if they can't think of anything they want to write, I will give them a prompt for them to write. That's just something fun for this year. There's some reminders for students on how to do good writing, making sure they have nice handwriting, using correct punctuation, spaces between the words. They know their word wall words, using details in the pictures and in writing, and all sorts of good strategies. Here's some sight word cards, different various writing activities at the beginning of the year, since students are really trying to work on their fine motor skills. We've got some tracing for them. We've got different types of writing paper, and again some more tracing. Here's their alphabet on the bottom for them to, if they need help remembering how to write a certain letter, and clipboards, as well as individual chalkboards. Ta-da! So lots of different options here at the Writing Center. I love that. It was one of my other favorite centers. Here's my Science Center, which is a little bare right now, but I'm going to be going through a bunch of different topics here. Right now we're starting with Float or Sink. There's a folder game for students to try out and see if they can match pictures to things that they think float or sink. There's a worksheet that goes along with it. I'll fill up the tub here with water, and they can put these different items in the tub and kind of make hypothesis on whether they think the item's going to float or whether they think it's going to sink, and then they test it out. Over here is my shared materials. Also, I talked about in my classroom management section about my sharpened pencils. If they break a pencil and they need to get another one and they don't have any more at their table, they can come over here, grab a sharp pencil, and take the dull one and put it here for the pencil sharpener to come and sharpen the pencils. Here's some extra crayons for if they can't seem to find a specific color they want. They come over here again and grab the crayon, scissors, markers, glue sticks. Over here is my home living center / dramatic play area, the kitchen. Over here is my math center and math workshop area. Math workshop is the same as the reading. They do one center a day, and it rotates throughout the week. During free choice centers, the math center, I have these tubs available where there's a few activities that they can use, they can do. It's not strictly enforced, but when I'm circulating around, I will help the students do these different activities, and they can freely explore with these manipulatives, and kind of it helps them to build their number sense and everything else. Over here is my whole group area, my calendar and my teaching easel, my read aloud books, as well as some other displays of numbers and colors. I have over here my teaching area, my desk, and the Instagram bulletin board that I snagged that idea from Mr. Greg at Kindergarten Smorgasbord. So just a shout out to him. I love his idea where you just you use Instagram to take pictures of various parts of the year and display it up here. And so we start with first day, and then we have Color Week, Halloween, Christmas time, all sorts of different things you can do. Over here is my All-Star Reading Tracker, where they are tracking what we can, as a class, track how we're doing and seeing what reading level we're at. Students will also be able to see how many sight words they know. We try to get up to 100 by the end of the year. And it's not only that they can read the word, but can they write the word as well. So that is my reading board. Let's zoom out here and turn around. I think I've covered everything. So if you have any questions, don't hesitate to shoot me a message on my website. I have a lot that's just going on in my classroom. I'm really excited for this year. We're going to have a great and awesome year at the Kindergarten All-Stars. Oh, there's one more thing I wanted to show you before I sign off here. This is my happy stars and sad stars. And right here, it's just another way for me to track how I'm doing positive interactions to negative interactions. And it just shows me, it shows the kids if as a team, as a class, as the Kindergarten All-Stars, if we're doing something, if we're just on track, we're learning, we're excited, they can earn happy stars. And it's another way for me to teach addition. So let's say we have 4 happy stars, and oh my goodness, we just did such a wonderful job during whole group math. I'm going to give us 2 more happy stars. So if we have 4 right now, and we're getting 1, 2 more, how many happy stars do we have now? And it's an informal way they can see they had 4, they get 2 more, and the numbers are right on there. So they can just, if they know their numbers by sight, they can do it that way, or they can just count the happy stars. Now, I do sad stars as well, but again, it's one of those things I try to kind of track and make sure, and I'm doing more positive interactions to negative interactions. So I hope you enjoyed the tour of my classroom, and I'm excited for this year. I hope you all are as excited as I am.